about helping others fulfill their purpose in life and to be unapologetically themselves and to be able to navigate this world at your highest self and be the best possible you that you could be, without any boundaries, without any limitations, to be that best possible you. And so through my tribe of lifers, my Love Yourself First explicitly, we deal a lot with loving yourself first from the inside out. Because before we can do anything successfully, whether it's in business or personal lives, whether we're trying to achieve physical goals with weight loss or health goals with just being, healthier, it has to start with loving yourself first. And so once you get that piece together, then we can move over to the business aspect of it. And it's whether you're an entrepreneur, realtors like yourselves, or whether you're in the corporate world, you have to love yourself first in order to reach the level of success that you want. And then once you get that piece together, there are other tools that you need to help enhance that, right? And so we all have something in us, and we all have the ability to reach whatever goals, whatever dreams that we have, but we have to be poured into in order for it to flourish. And so it's just like that seed for a plant that you want to grow or a vegetable you want to grow. That seed, just in and of itself, that little seed, has the potential to be a huge watermelon if that's what we're trying to grow. And if you just set it on your kitchen counter and never do anything with it, you're not going to get that watermelon, but that doesn't mean that that seed didn't have the potential. The potential was in the seed. That seed had everything it needed to be a watermelon, but it needed to be poured into. It needed to be sown. It needed the soil. It needed the sun. But the potential was there, and we're no different. So we have the potential in us, and so we all need to be poured into. In any type of career, there's usually something, some institution, some educational background that we need to have to get our hard skills. But what we find oftentimes what's lacking is the soft skills. And the soft skills are those skills that come from a place of emotion. Those are the skills, the interpersonal skills that allow us to be able to deal with each other on a human level and not just on a piece of paper. And so this is no longer just someone who is approved for a $200,000 house who wants 5 bedrooms, whatever. No, this is a mother and a father who are looking for somewhere to raise their family. They're looking for a place that they can grow and expand to. They're looking for a place in a certain area. This is a grown daughter who wants a home to be able to care for her ailing mother. This is she's looking for somewhere where she has handicap access. We need to communicate with people on a soft skills level to be able to really connect, because all business is, no matter what business you're in, it's about building relationships. And so you can do business with the hard skills, but what quality of business are you doing with the hard skills? And so for those of us who are in whatever we're in for more than just the money, the soft skills are going to be a lot more beneficial to us and our success than the hard skills, because the hard skills are wired into us. I mean, I'm sure there are things that we learned back in kindergarten that we still remember now. We remember that song, we remember that little riddle, we remember. So those things that were taught to us, we remember, but no one bothered to teach us the soft skills. So the one thing that I think is a huge misconception when it comes to overcoming objections is the fact that the first thing a lot of people think about when they are asked, what do you do to overcome an objection? How should I overcome this objection? A lot of people just go to words. What is it that I'm going to say to convince this person to come over to my way of thinking? What are the words that I need to use to make them believe that what I'm telling them is going to work? What am I going to say to them to get them to see things the way I'm trying to get them to see them? And so we think about words. What am I going to say? What am I going to say? This person, a lot of times we have the conversation in our mind before it even happens. You plan for the objection. It's like, okay, I've shown them this house. I know that it's not in the exact area that they want, or I know they're not ready to sell their home right now because they feel that it's not the right time of year. Whatever it is, you have gotten some of those indicators, so you're already having the conversation in your mind before you actually physically, verbally have that conversation. And then it's the same on the flip side. Your client that you're dealing with, they've already come up with the objections, and so now the conversation they're having in their mind is, I'm going to tell them that this isn't really the area that I want, or I'm not ready to sell my home right now, I'm not ready to relist, whatever it is, the millions of things that they can come up with, and they're saying, and he or she is going to tell me this, and so I'm going to be ready to say this. And so have you ever had those conversations in your head? You're preparing, and so it's almost like you're getting ready for this sparring match, and you're already having that conversation because you feel like the best way to overcome an objection is with words. And you want to know the right thing to say. Like, there has to be this one thing that I'm going to say and it's going to change their mind. When it's quite opposite. The number one positive thing that you can do to overcome an objection is not using any words at all. Listen. That is your best tool to overcome an objection. And the thing is, and I know it's cliche and we've heard it a million times, but we have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. We should listen way more than we talk. Because number one is you listen to understand, not to respond. Because so often, whatever it is, the objection that they tell you, it's not the right time. It's too expensive. One of my friends is a realtor and they told me not to do that. That's not even really their objection. That's just what they're saying to you because it's something else way deeper, but they have been in these conversations so many times. Again, like I said before, they've already played it out in their head, so they know, or they think they know, if I tell her or him this, they're gonna say that. So let me just say it's too expensive because now I have 10 other ways to back up it's too expensive. And they're gonna tell me that it's not, and I'm gonna say this. But if we listen, and listen with intention, listen with your body language. Your body language is so important when it comes to overcoming objections. People can tell what we're thinking by our body language. Just let them continue talking. You might want to ask a little question, well, what exactly was your experience when you had your home on the market this summer? So don't offer any information. Don't give them any tips. Don't give them any facts. Just ask questions because you want to have more to listen to. As you're listening to them, take notes. So the first thing that they're saying, and this is even when you're in person, people love to see you taking notes while they're talking. They love that. So even if you're on the phone, communicate to them. You know, if you don't mind, yeah, I'm going to take some notes, you know, while you're giving me this information, because what does that do? That makes them feel like you're interested in what they have to say, and you want to remember what they have to say. You don't want to miss it. You are listening to them. That is my piece. I hope I was able to add value. Yes, if you have any questions about anything soft skills related, it doesn't necessarily have to be overcoming objection. I am here for it.